Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Second and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Touchdown! Marvin Jones. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Dwayne Smoot. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On play action, Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws. And here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Flushed out right. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Arnold. And he'll be out of bounds. Another completion there. We think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
He's at the 50. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He got 29 yards that time. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Now Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Here's Lawrence. Shark's got it, left side. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Lawrence to Chark, first down, Jacksonville. And to throw again is Lawrence. Touchdown! Travis Etienne making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 21-14. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. But we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more.
They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. That's out quickly to Chenault. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They go play action now. Lawrence. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Laviska Shenault, 30 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Shenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Lawrence to Shenault for a Jaguar first. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready, set.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now Lawrence to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dan Arnold there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 27, Watson dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
We got 4.
Watson. Flush to his right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's got Akins, the tight end, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day already.
3rd and 2, Watson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins, 46 yards. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They go play action with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the 50, it's Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. ETN once more. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Second and 4. On play action, Lawrence. Rolling to his right. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jags are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. After the sack on first down, Watson buying time to his left. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, That one going to fall incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the